Hello and welcome to Jessi FIT Pilates, your home to get fit, toned, and flexible as we strengthen, stretch, and smile. If you're here, it is day one of my Fit Beginner Challenge. We are going to go back to basics, and I started this challenge because during my last 3 challenges, the biggest request I got was for beginner workouts. Admittedly, the challenges are meant to help you really kickstart your workout plans and just get back into a Pilates habit or a workout habit, getting your fitness back, feeling strong, getting flexible. But today and this challenge, the next 7 days, are going to be all about acquainting you with the terminology, setting you up for success so that you can go into any Pilates class or video of mine or anybody else's. You can repeat the 7 days for a few weeks if you feel like you need a little bit more. But today is Pilates Strength Day. All you need today is a mat. If you don't have a mat, you can use a towel on the floor. And we're gonna start today with rolling. So I'm gonna come first to my Pilates stance. Heels together, toes apart. And I'm gonna bring most of my weight into my toes. You can even just lift and lower your heels a few times. Notice that my heels are staying together. And you'll start to feel your back of the thighs, maybe your calves a little bit. And hold it up at the top, squeeze the back of your thighs together, draw your belly muscles in, send your heels down, but keep most of the weight in your toes and the balls of your feet. From there, we're gonna soften the knees and we're gonna start with our rolling standing. We're gonna drop our chin to the chest, roll your spine down, down, down. Now you can bend your knees a little bit. Notice you're going out to the sides a little bit. Hold it there. I'm going to keep pressing my feet into the floor. Draw your belly muscles in. Tuck your tailbone down. Come all the way up. Reach your hands to the ceiling or the sky. I might lose my hands. You might not see my hands. And then roll back down. Right, so this concept of rolling through the spine, I'm going to give you the side view, but I give you the side with my really not that long microphone. And we're going to roll on up. So lower back stacks, middle, upper, head. You can reach the arms up, touch that tree, hands down. Notice all of my weight's in my toes. Now I'll be able to tell if you're in my class, if your weight goes back, then I know if your hips are going way past your heels, you're probably not having your weight in the toes. And what that's doing is it's not really going to give you that hamstring warm up that I'm looking to give you, right? So chin to chest, upper back, middle back, lower back, and then lower back, middle back, upper back. I've been working on that for a long time. We're going to have a seat now, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start getting acquainted to the ab roll kind of position. So you're going to lift your spine straight up, right? Then round it back. If you've done yoga, this is a little bit similar to cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale, except you're seated. Now with my feet parallel, heels are down. Now, take your lower back down. We're going to try to keep the chest open. Take that lower back down, down, down to the mat. Hold it. Come back up. At the top, you can lift up and then round that lower back down. So that's that Pilates seeker where we're just looking to reach the tailbone forward and send just that lower back down and then come up. We'll do a few more there. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. If you want to make this harder, the arms come up. Now the arms will stay reaching. You can go back a little further maybe each time, but notice my heels are planted to the floor and notice my hips are really stable, meaning they're still. I'm not wiggling. I'm not doing the cha-cha. I'm certainly not doing the twerk. And, you know, the ability to stabilize your hips will give you greater mobility in them. You must train your muscles in alignment. And the thing with Pilates is that once you learn the alignment, you'll really be able to transfer it to any movement source. Awesome. So to make these even more challenging, you'll roll back, 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 back. You can always use the hands and come up. And since it's a beginner class, I'm going to keep it just to about there. So maybe about where your shoulder blades start, you can roll back to. And then the upper back, come up first, middle back, lower back, left, right? Again, going back, just keep your hands here or take them there if you want that challenge. I'll feel my shoulder blades touch and then I'm coming right back up. Now we're going to roll back And we're going to talk about neutral spine position. So if you arch your back and flatten it a few times, right? Neutral spine when we're laying down is really important. Of course, I'm on like this bumpy grass, but I think my colors are contrasting. So that's the arch, flatten, arch, flatten. Notice my tailbone, it points up when I flatten. It tucks down when I arch, right? So my tailbone is an extension of my spine, right? You shake your tail feather, right? Tail feather up if you are a duck, right? Tail feather back. Tail feather up, right? Through your legs. Tail feather back. Now, if you go right to the spot that's in between, and after we've done, you know, a bunch of these kind of flattened arches, you'll kind of, when you stop and you rest, you'll come to your natural neutral. Now, I have a pretty big curve, but the thing is with neutral spine, you're going to want to maintain that curve through a variety of exercises, meaning imagine that there was a little tiny like plate that was maybe made from like a doll, like, you know, like a little dollhouse, and the little plate was there, spaghetti. You don't want to move the spaghetti plate because it's filled with spaghetti sauce, and then it'll be all over your nice new leggings. And notice I'm lifting, these are called toe taps, lowering, or knee lifts. Now, if we bring both legs up, I'm going to teach you about neutral spine with tabletop legs, which really shouldn't be that easy. We're going to go into one. If you're really doing this with neutral spine and really keeping this at 45 degrees, of course, if you're an advanced Pilates person, this might be a little bit less challenging than if you're brand new. Now we're going to take both legs down. We're going to maintain that neutral spine. I'm going to have you take your hands by the nape of your neck. Give me a little crunch with neutral spine. Now notice I'm not tucking my butt up to kind of get up higher. Notice I'm keeping that plate of spaghetti, that imaginary dollhouse plate of spaghetti, pretty level, right? Exhale, inhale. Now just hold for a second. Keep that feeling of the abs working, but lower your head. Now we're gonna start doing an exercise called hundreds, right? I'm pumping my arms up and down. I'm moving from my shoulder joint. You should have a pretty clear vision of this. Now I'm gonna bring one leg up to table. I'm gonna bring the other leg up to table. I'm gonna breathe in, breathe out for a count of 5. Breathe in, breathe out. Now you can lift your head up, but you want to keep that neutral spine. Breathing in, breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, and that should be firing up your abs. Breathing out, and again breathing in and breathing out. Now lower your head, bring your knees in. You can just kind of rock from right to left. Now let's go ahead and bring both hands to one knee. Let's just start with the knee that's closer to me, and let's take the other leg up. Then switch it, switch it, switch it. Now curl up your head, but keep that neutral spine. Switch. Now you can make this harder by going in, keeping that neutral spine in, and then head down. Deep breath in. Now reach your arms up and then around to the ankles. Notice my feet are in a little bit just to get my legs to rest. I'm not necessarily in that table, right? Because the arms and legs are going to do two different things. Keep that neutral. Back, arms circle around, shoulder blades stay in my spine. Back, arms circle around. Now go back to your heels together, toes apart, reach, bend. Notice that I'm keeping my heels together. Notice I'm keeping my neutral spine. We're going to bring them together. Arms up, legs out, in. And you can have your feet really high. That'll be a little easier. Having them a little lower will be a little harder. It's really up to you where you want to be. Finally, you can lift up your head, reach in, reach in, reach and in. Let that head come down, and let's just move from right to left a few times with our necks. Sitting on up, I'm just gonna, now my feet are about shoulder width apart, my knees are slightly bent. I'm sitting as tall as I can. Notice I'm not here and I'm not here. So now think of your spine as a string of pearls, right? Stacked up like you were just holding one end and letting the other end come to the floor. Now, if you were going to kind of lay the pearls down one vertebra at a time, just kind of imagine or fold the string of pearls in half, like lay it down and then take it up like a bendy straw. Roll your spine down, roll it up. Let's start with the arms just at kind of in between our thighs. Exhale, inhale. Now take a look at my spine. Upper back, middle back, lower back rolls forward, lower back, middle back, upper back. So it's all about rounding through that spine and straightening it and really using your abs to control the movement. From here, we're gonna lay on to our stomach and we're gonna do a little bit of a cobra. So hands are right underneath our shoulders. We're just gonna keep the feet down, lift the chest up, draw your belly in and press your thighs to the floor. Take an inhale to lift, exhale to lower, inhale to lift, exhale to lower, inhale to lift, and just hold. Get really long from your unicorn tail, horn to your tail, abs are in, shoulders are down. If you reach out, and let's lower on down and take a quick child's pose. Bring your knees forward, abs in. Now I'm going to swing my feet around and we're going to come back to that bent knee position and we're just going to add a few twists in. So we're going to lift, take the hands forward now, and I want you to twist your torso one way. Notice I'm stabilizing my hips and my feet, and then the other way. My knees are quite bent. Twist, center, twist, center. Now if we want to make this a little more challenging, which you don't have to, you'll go back to that half roll position. Feet down, heels down, hips down, abs in, twist. My chest stays wide, center, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now I'm going to come on back down for a second and I'm going to take my hands. So just a little introduction to a twist to my sides. I'm going to bring my heels together, my toes apart. And now I'm going to flatten my back and bridge it up, up, up. So bridge is quite a common move. Now I'm squeezing my shoulder blades onto my back so there's no weight on my neck. I'm going to roll down through my spine. Tuck the tail, roll it up, round on down. And again, tuck and lift, round on down. And again, tuck it, lift it, lower down, right? So tailbone, lower back, middle back. Maybe some of the upper back comes up, pressing into all 10 toes, rolling down evenly from my right and my left sides of my ribs and my waist. Back to neutral, tuck, left, let's hold it here, pulse it up, 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 and up. Come on down, bring your feet down. Maybe we can use our hands to roll on up, and from there cross your feet, come back to your hands and knees, or come to your hands and knees. Just give me a round and an arch a few times here. Round, arch. Now walk your hands forward and send your hips forward into a kneeling kind of plank position. Draw your shoulders back and just hold for a second. Notice that my feet are down. From here, right now, if you're struggling with regular push-ups, you can start on the knees. Just do a little bend. Notice my elbows stay kind of close. Right, bend. Lift, elbows stay kind of close to the body. Bend, lift, bend, left. I'm going to bring one knee to the side and I'm going to come to this kind of Z position. Take one arm up, stretch, lift, over. Right, little mermaid stretch, side bending now. Trying to keep my hips pretty still, mobilizing that torso. And we're going to come to the other side. Let's just come through a little bit of a diamond, rounding and arching, and back to the mermaid or the Z sit on the other side. Just doing a few little reaches in the opposite direction. Hand to floor, reach, hand, stretch, hand, and reach. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think below. Make sure you subscribe. I will be coming back tomorrow and I have a few other challenges on the blog. If you have any questions, go ahead and shoot it in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.